Welcome back, everyone, to the GOATcast podcast. I am CW, and today we'll be taking a look at the hype train that is Victor Wembanyama. He made a Summer League debut a few nights ago, and there's already a buzz on both sides of the fence. Those that believe Victor will be a generational talent and the future face of the NBA, while others are already calling him a bust after just one game. I was hoping to live stream while watching the game to get my real-time reactions, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't. One game would not have been enough, and you have to cut the kid some slack. After such a magnitude of hype behind him, he was bound to feel some pressure, so I felt it would make more sense to watch him play his second Summer League game before getting too into my analysis over what I saw. So tonight, after watching his second Summer League game, this time against the Portland Trail Blazers, sans their number 3 pick Scoot Henderson, I have a few comparisons I can see in Victor, and as a San Antonio Spurs fan, I'm hoping that he will be an amalgamation of these 3 all-star legendary players. In his first game, Victor Wembanyama had a very off night on the offensive end, putting up 9 points on 2 for 13 field goals, 1 for 6 from 3, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He brought in 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 blocks. Not exactly stellar for his first outing, but the defense was there. Yes, I know some will just remember this. But in reality, Wemby was solid defensively. So tonight in Game 2, I think some of those in the bust category are going to be very quiet. Wemby put up 27 on 9 for 14 shooting with 12 boards and 3 blocks. While at times he's still very awkward on the court, and he definitely will need to bulk up as he progresses in the league. But I think his showing tonight really emphasized what he can do on the court on both ends. Now, after watching his second game with the jitters seemingly gone, I can definitely compare him to 3 guys that are currently doing their thing in the NBA. Now, as a disclaimer, I by no means think that he is on their levels yet. I'm not even sure he will reach any of their levels, but just watching his game, he just gives off vibes of these 3 guys. So here we go. Is Victor Wembanyama the next? But before I hop into those comparisons, if you enjoy these breakdowns and analysis, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps keep us motivated and helps us grow. I appreciate your listen, so back to the breakdown. So as I stated earlier, there are 3 current NBA players that Victor seems to parallel in my opinion. And these 3 are Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's break down Victor and Kevin Durant. KD, aka the Slim Reaper, will probably go down as one of, if not the most efficient scorers the league has ever seen. Whether behind the three-point line, mid-range, or slicing to the basket, the basically 7-footer, his long, sleek arms, and his almost perfect stroke is a killer when needed. His ball handling and awareness on the court is also something that a guy who can torch just about any defense or defender has in his supply, who is averaging only 13 points so far in the Summer League. Easy. He is 3 to 5 inches taller, has a great shooting stroke as well, and really good court vision for a guy his size. As we saw tonight, while he's not a knockdown 3-point shooter, he can nail big shots when needed, much like KD. I'm sure Pop gave him an earful for that 3 attempt to close the game when they were only down by 4, I believe, but you have to give a teenager, yes, he's still a teenager, some slack. Also, due to his long limbs like KD, he's able to contort his body in ways that make it almost impossible to defend one-on-one because his arms are so unnaturally long. You'd have to put yourself in the perfect space to really contest his shots. In a few years, and especially with a San Antonio staff that's very capable of building up players' talents, don't be surprised if Wemby gets that killer mid-range 3-ball that KD has made look easy throughout his storied NBA career. While there can be comparisons between Giannis and AD, I separate them for certain reasons. Victor shows me flashes of AD on the defensive side of the ball. In his 2 Summer League games, he's blocked 8 shots, averaging 4 blocks a game. If he gets to the regular season and the big leagues and has those type of defensive numbers, expect his name to be in Defensive Player of the Year circles for years. He seems to be able to read offenses and players' movements well enough to position himself for easy blocks, which isn't too hard when you're 7'3/7'5" with an 8-foot wingspan. Ridiculous. This mirrors the incredible defensive prowess Anthony Davis has shown throughout the years and well, when healthy. His ability to be in the right position at the right time as players ascend towards the basket is something that is hard to teach, even for guys their size. With their respective wingspans, even going straight up in the air is enough to change shooters and scorers' motion because of how high they can get. Couple that with both having sleek bodies that make it easier to hit ball first and not graze body to body, which of course would constitute a foul. Makes their shot blocking efficiency top notch. Also, their rim running abilities. Victor probably won't have much success with that in the summer league. The guy's more concerned with impressing coaches and staffs than actually playing the game with X's and O's. With a respectable point guard or point man, Victor should feast on easy baskets much like AD had throughout his career. Trey Jones should be able to get that man cooking much like Rondo and LeBron have been able to do with Davis. That 7'3/7'5", when in flight, there's not many that can stop him. As far as Giannis and Victor go, if you watch tonight, you'll realize the comparisons. We all know that Victor is going to have to bulk up in this league to be a top player. Plenty of the greatest have, from AD, Giannis, Steph, to even Michaeljordan, need to beef up to be able to handle the physicality of the game. Watching Victor tonight, I saw glimpses of a young Giannis able to attack the rim with no hesitation. Power and force that Giannis uses when going downhill is something that Victor lacks for the most part, but that you can tell he wants. Several times I saw him tonight get fouled, and with a little more muscle and upper body strength, he would have easily won the situation or even posterized his defender. As you can see in this video, he has the tools and knows how to get right at the basket when he has an advantageous position, much like Giannis, bullying his way to the basket or to the foul line. Not only that, Giannis is actually a solid passer, basically averaging 6 assists in the last 5 years. For a guy that many compare to Shaq with his locomotive style, he's able to get his teammates going as well, much like Wemby. As I said earlier, once he gets in the real league and playing with guys that are accustomed to the NBA grind, some of those passes that went untouched or lost so far in the summer league will likely lead to easy baskets for established co-stars. If I'm Victor, Giannis would be the perfect body type for me to go by as I progressed in the league. Plus, with his length and IQ to press forward under the basket, even through tough defense, if he can pack on the muscle and core strength Giannis has, he'll easily be an unstoppable force in the paint and easy buckets when the team needs it. So there you have it. While I could see him taking on a path of one or the other, his game, body, and IQ mixed with being with the perfect organization could lead to him being a fusion of all three, carving out his own legendary career. It's still very early on, and we haven't even seen him take the court in an actual regular season game. So his projection is up in the air, but with his size, his skill set, and with the Hall of Fame coach and Greg Popovich and one of the greatest staffs in the association behind him, I can't see him not making waves and being up for multiple awards in the next few years. But what about you guys? Is the hype just too much for someone like Victor? Or do you think from what you've seen, he is the next big thing and can become what those three All-Stars are one day in the league? Also, once again, if you want to ascend to GOAT status like number 23, hit that like and subscribe button and help us grow as we continue to bring you content. Let me know in the comment section if you've been impressed so far with the big man or if he's underwhelmed you in his few appearances. Thank you all for viewing, and the GOATcast podcast will be back soon.